I'd just like to take a moment to remind everyone that Tottenham Hotspur, our football club, Tottenham Hotspur, Spurs, we are in the Champions League. We are. It's not a dream. It did happen. There was a night in Bilbao and we did qualify for the Champions League. This is not a false alarm. This is happening. We are in the Champions League. And the reason I say that, and just before I start to talk about the latest transfer rumours for Tottenham Hotspur, these are not ITKs. I don't know anyone. This is me seeing the same news that you lot see. I'm not going to be one of those clickbait people that lies to you that Spurs are in talks for Rodrigo. Shameless YouTubers. That's not me. But what I have seen tonight, and this sounds very much like Tottenham Hotspur. This sounds very, very Spursy. Tottenham apparently being the key word, are interested being the key word, monitoring being the key word, in for Bilal El Khannouss of Leicester City, the Moroccan midfielder. 21 years of age, 1 year's experience in the Premier League, and according to rumours has a 22.5 million relegation release clause. So of course he was part of Leicester City's team last year that got relegated. Now, before I talk about the player, I know what everyone's thinking. You're thinking the same thing I'm thinking. This has got Spurs written all over it. A relegated team, a player who will jump at the chance, and a 22.5 million relegation clause. Daniel Levy, Enoch, Levy, Vinay, whoever, it's got Spurs written all over it. The absolute lack of ambition at this football club is soul destroying. It is killing me. It is killing you lot, I'm sure. Now, this might not happen, but everything about this screams, yeah, I can see this happening. Now, the player himself, good, technical, tidy footballer. What could he become? I don't know. He's good. He's decent. But is this what Tottenham qualified for the Champions League for? For Tel, for Danso, for Takai, for El Khannouss? Is this what we qualified for? Whilst teams like Newcastle are bidding for Benjamin Sesko, Wissa, Chelsea, City, Arsenal, Liverpool, they're doing what they're doing. We know what they're doing. And I don't expect us to compete with them. And I will repeat that over and over again. But I do expect us to get better than 21-year-olds with 1 year experience in the Premier League who went down with a relegated team. We never seem to go and get the experienced pro. Players like Jack Grealish out there. Players like Paulinho out there. Experienced footballers, even Harvey Elliott, who might only be 1 year older than El Khannouss, but started at 16 in the Premier League. So he's got 6-7 years of being a pro in the Premier League and winning titles and trophies for Liverpool. But El Khannouss, it's the easier deal, right? It's the easier deal. If there is a release clause, then Leicester won't have any problems in letting him go. Well, this is Spurs, and we did just manage to completely F up a release clause for Morgan Gibbs-White. But the player himself, we know that he favours an attacking midfield position. We know he favours the number 10 role. Can also float in off the left. We know that he's technically good. But I'm asking the question, right now, do we need a 10? Is the 10 what we need? Surely we need an 8. A box-to-box, a Gibbs-White type. Surely we need a 6, a Paulinho type. Surely we need a left winger and a striker. Surely this is not what we need. Surely this is and forgive me, a market opportunity. As always, it's underwhelming at Tottenham. And I don't expect Spurs to be competing for the greatest players in the world. But as I said, the likes of Harvey Elliott, Jack Grealish, Mikatadze. I mean, I could go on and on and on. And if we land at the feet of Bilal Khannouss, for me, it just screams poverty. It screams that there is zero interest in competing. And you know what? We might as well not have a manager at this stage. We might as well not have a manager. You won't be backing this manager at all. Even when Ange came in, he was given 4 or 5 first-team players in his first window. So far, Thomas Frank's been given 1 in Mohamed Kudus. We're on pre-season with no number 10s, no strikers fit. It's an absolute shambolic shit show. And I'm not saying this is a bad player. I'm not. I don't want to be rude about Khannouss. I'm sure he's going to be a top player in a few years. As I said, he looks like a good footballer. But does this move the needle? Is this yet another 20, 21-year-old we're bringing in where we hope they're going to come good and we're going to sell on for more money? By the way, that's not even been happening, has it? All these young players we've signed, no one's moved on for more money. So, I'm going to throw this to you. Khannouss, a player that if we signed would be at the African Cup of Nations with Morocco. Khannouss, a player that if we signed and if everyone's fit, does he get in the number 10 above Maddison, above Kulusevski? Does he start from the left? Is this market opportunity? So I'm going to ask you lot, where do you stand with this? And there might not be concrete links, but we've seen 3 or 4 different reporters tonight say it. And normally, you don't have smoke without fire. Is this what we've been waiting for nearly 3 weeks in the window without a signing? Is this really what we've been waiting for? Is this really what we deserve? Now, again, I've got to stress this is nothing against the young lad. And I know that RB Leipzig want him as well. But what are we doing here? What are we doing here? We talk and we talk and we talk. We're linked and we're linked and we're linked. And then it's always the same window. And you know what? I really wish someone at Tottenham Hotspur would see this. Put me on a blacklist or something, I don't care. But I really wish they'd see these types of videos where they realise just how deflated and fed up the fans of this football club are. We got Champions League, for crying out loud. Go and act like a Champions League football club. Kudus alone is not enough. Takai, not a first team player. Tell, not a first team player. Danso, not a first team player. Vuskovic, not a first team player. This is an utterly crap window. And we have got just over a month to rescue it. And I'm sorry, you can call me fake, call me whatever you want. You can hate my opinion. But the signings of players like Khannouss are not going to push us any further forward. We'll wait and see what happens. I'm live at 8 PM. But I'm sorry, guys. This is just truly, truly frustrating. Take care, everyone. And as always, come on, you Spurs.